Good afternoon, I'm Shania, and this is One News Now. The palace is not closing its doors on talks to granting the president extra powers to clean up PhilHealth. No less than the newly minted chief, Dante Hiran, supports this proposal. Maricel Halili with the details.
Some House lawmakers to grant emergency powers to President Duterte in a bid to solve corruption issues hounding PhilHealth. It is not yet specified what particular powers do legislators plan to grant the president. But for Palace spokesman Harry Roque, the power to hasten the agency's revamp seems fitting.
Kung ako pong tatanungin, yung aking bersyon ng universal healthcare, binuwag ko po yan at nais ko sanang palitan ng National Health Service. No? Kasi nga pag binuwag mo, pwede mo tanggalin lahat ng tao dyan, lahat ng bulok, tatanggalin mo, mabilis po.
President Duterte has ordered newly appointed PhilHealth President Dante Hiran to reshuffle the agency's top regional officials. Despite admitting his lack of experience in public health, the former NBI chief assured the public that he will get to the bottom of the PhilHealth mess.
I admit, ano bang alam ko sa public health? Of course, aaralin ko yan. Naku po, aaralin ko yan, di ko alam eh. Alangan ang sasabihin ko na alam ko na hindi ko alam. Kaibigan o hindi kaibigan, pareho lang ang treatment. Because in investigation, in filing of case, in finding facts, you have to collect cold facts, gather cold facts, and then evaluate it. So whoever gets hurt, whoever sa amin mapapailan ng kaso, it's beyond my discretion. What matters most is ano po ang sinabi ng ebidensya.
Hiran also expressed support to granting President Duterte emergency powers. Amid the PhilHealth controversy, President Duterte virtually attended the Aqaba process on Wednesday. Hosted by the King of Jordan, the meeting among heads of state tackled not only the response to COVID-19, but also the counterterrorism efforts of several countries. The chief executive also encouraged other world leaders to build a new order amid the pandemic.
Let us seize this historic opportunity to build a new order, one that is more secure, just, and humane, where there is no room for barbarity and terrorist and extremist forces.
For News 5, Maricel Halili, we are One News.
Some lawmakers, though, are still on the fence about granting President Duterte emergency powers to revamp PhilHealth. Speaking to One News' The Chief, Senate President Tito Soto said the proposal may be completely unnecessary.
One of the most powerful presidents in this part of the world is the President of the Philippines. I don't think he needs any emergency powers to revamp the entire PhilHealth. He can do so. He can do that without any problem legally. That's what I think. There's no I don't know kung anong kailangan pang ibigay na emergency powers sa presidente para magawa niya.
In the same program, Marikina City 2nd District Representative Stella Kimbo said the president should just be given additional authority to reorganize PhilHealth.
Ang sa tingin ko po, kung pwede naman bigyan ng power to reorganize without necessarily granting emergency powers, why not po? Ang sa akin po, kasi pag sinabi kasi emergency powers, napakalawak po nun. Pero kung sinabi po natin the power to reorganize and to reorganize in the following way, mas specific po yan.
Senate Minority Leader Frank Drilon likewise bucked the proposal, saying the chief executive already has vast powers under the Constitution. Senator Kiko Pangilinan echoes this, adding that the solution to cleaning up PhilHealth is to fire Health Secretary Francisco Duque III from his post. Meanwhile, the government continues to ramp up its contact tracing efforts. Earlier today, the Task Force Against COVID-19 launched the country's official digital Bayanihan platform. Greg Gregorio with the full story.
The IATF has launched the government's official mobile app for contact tracing, social distancing, and health condition recording. The app, called Stay Safe PH, was developed and donated to the government by tech firm Multisys Technologies. Once downloaded, you just need to register using your mobile phone number and a password to log in. Users may opt to give more details such as name, age, gender, home, and email address to generate a QR code. Local governments are encouraged to integrate the system into their contact tracing efforts. Authorities will be given a back-end access so they can monitor the health condition of the users in their area. Magalong clarified that the app is not mandatory. He notes, however, that some businesses and offices may require it upon entry to their vicinity.
Eventually, ganun na mangyayari. Especially kung para hindi ka na yung humahawak ka pa ng mga ballpens na hinahawakan din ng iba. At the same time, handling documents na hinahawakan din ng iba.
Magalong also assured that all the data in the system will be secured in compliance with the Data Privacy Act. Further evaluation will also be done to know if there are other components that need improvement. During the code visit of the IATF in Manila City earlier today, Deputy Chief Implementer Vince Dizon emphasized how Stay Safe PH complements other pillars of the government's COVID-19 response. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno encouraged his constituents to support the app.
We empower the people to survey and equip them with accessibility with regard to technology to protect him or herself.
Stay Safe PH is now available for free. It can be downloaded on mobile app stores. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
Meanwhile, COVID-19 cases in the country are now at over 228,000. This is after the health department reported over 1,900 new COVID-19 cases on Thursday. There are now more than 65,200 active cases in the country. 65 new COVID-19 deaths were also recorded today, pushing the death toll to over 3,600. Recoveries breached 159,000 as 880 new survivors were recorded in the past 24 hours. Pausing for a quick break, but we will have more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. Unemployment rose to 10% in July from 5.4% a year ago. What this means is that the number of Filipinos who have no jobs increased by 2.1 million to 4.6 million. However, the July figure is lower by 2.7 million from April, when the country registered a record high unemployment rate of 17.7%. Malacanang welcomed the slower increase in unemployment last month, attributing it to the gradual reopening of the economy. Spokesman Harry Roque said he hopes that the unemployment rate will continue to dip. And the Foreign Affairs Department confirms one Filipino has been found alive from a cargo vessel that went missing while navigating the East China Sea on Wednesday. The troubled vessel was identified as Gulf Livestock 1, which was manned by 43 foreign crew members, 39 of them Filipinos. The Japanese Coast Guard conducted a search for the ship after receiving a distress call during the onslaught of Typhoon Maisak around 185 kilometers west of Amami, Oshima Island. Only one crew member has been rescued so far. The ship was supposed to transport almost 6,000 cows from New Zealand to China. Search and rescue operations are currently ongoing. The Labor Department assures assistance to the families of the two OFWs killed in a gas explosion in the UAE. Secretary Silvestre Bello III said they will receive 120,000 pesos financial support from the government. The Monday blast killed OFWs Clark Gasis and Mariner Bertoses, who are from Surigao del Sur and Negros Oriental. The incident also left eight other Filipinos wounded, 5 of whom have already been released from the hospital. And complaints of skin problems are on the rise amid the pandemic. Dermatologists are warning that this is not a time for self-medication. Jenny Dawn with the story.
Angelica suffers an acne breakout just by wearing a face mask when going outside. She says it's starting to take a toll on her confidence.
Pag may pupuntahan po ako, pag minsan po pupunta po ako ng balete, tapos pag nagpapawisip po ako ng sobra, minsan po may lumalabas na po. Minsan po, naiisip po ako na pumapangat po yung mukha po pag nakikita ko po yung madadagos po sa mukha.
Dr. Jean Marquez, a dermatologist, cites several reasons for unexpected breakouts during the pandemic. First on the list is what she calls mask acne.
That's the number one actually. Yung acne because of wearing of the mask, no? Because when you wear a mask, it can actually occlude the skin and the sweat, the oil, and the dirt can be trapped inside the pores, so it can cause acne flares.
Marquez adds there have been reports of skin problems among some COVID-19 patients.
Some COVID patients have skin manifestations such as yung parang yung iba parang wheals, yung tagulaba, yung iba naman parang petike o parang tuldok-tuldok. But hindi nila pa rin fully masabi sometimes if that skin manifestation is from the COVID or from the drug reaction or from the gamot that they're taking for COVID.
Marquez is urging those who experience skin problems to avoid self-medication and be cautious in buying skincare products online.
This is not the time to experiment on products because if you experiment on products, then you can end up in the clinic. Even if you don't want to go out, you might end up talagang going out of your house. No? So this is not the time to experiment products. Go with the products that you are young na.
For patients who are still on the fence about going outside, she says majority of dermatologists in the country are now offering video consultations. Marquez says several health protocols are in place in their clinic in Quezon City to ensure the safety of their patients.
During the treatment, we make sure that we have a procedural face shield that covers, it's like an acrylic shield that covers the face of the patient. bukod dun sa naka-face shield yung nurse, and of course naka-mask, no? And then naka-PPE.
Like other business establishments, Marquez admits the COVID-19 crisis has greatly affected the number of their usual clients. She says it leaves them with no choice but to move on and adapt to the new normal. For News 5, Jenny Dongon, We Are One News.
For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.